Running it back with another episode of World Cup 2026 Extra Time. My name is Stephen Ravenowitz. We are on WCE Extra Time. That's on Instagram, and then World Cup 2026 Extra Time on Facebook, and WC 2026 Extra Time on YouTube, where you can find all those clips, or you can just take a look at my own page and we'll link everything to that as well. Okay, so we're only doing three games right now from day number 6 of the World Cup. We are almost done with the match day one, and this was just a day for the goats. The games were fine. They weren't really close in too many ways. Although first half of the France-Senegal game, which was 0-0 at half, it was actually France's lowest shot production in the group stage since 1966. That's not what this is about. This is just about big time goal scorers and big time goals because France ends up winning their game 3-1. Senegal thought they had a 2-1 game late, but no, because Kylian Mbappe would not do that. Mbappe scoring in the pretty much in the last play of the game in the 96th minute, 90th plus sixth, after Ibrahim Baye scored to make it 2-1, make the goal differential a little more respectable. Mbappe scores. He's now the all-time leading scorer. Actually, was the all-time leading scorer of the first goal that he scored at the 66th minute over Olivier Giroud. But Mbappe moving his way up the list of World Cup scorers, he now has 14. 14 World Cup goals. He's only 27 years old. And I'm gonna think Kylian Mbappe is going to go at least one more World Cup after this. That's being generous. It's probably going to be two, and he has just been outstanding. And we were wondering what we would see from him in his World Cup debut, and he just, after a first half where he didn't get a lot of touches, he just turned the Jets on and gave us a vintage performance. What a great game. He now has passed Pele in the World Cup standings for goals. Pele had 12. He now has 14. France looked a little lifeless in the first half, but they looked as good as anybody in the second half. I know a couple of commentators during the game were calling them a little more arrogant, but in the truth, also, they're what they have is confidence because they've done this before. They've been to two straight finals. They look like they're ready to go to a third, but France looked great, and Kylian Mbappe did the damn thing. Senegal will hopefully get a little bit back, but right now I think they're just going to be fighting for one of those third place spots in this World Cup 2026 because Norway and Iraq came from their group. They also had a very good first half. Iraq actually looked kind of feisty in that first half with Iman Hussein tying it up in the 39th minute. But whoo, Norway had Erling Haaland, and his World Cup debut was a rousing success. 29th minute scoring to make it. That was the first goal, and then he got the eventual go-ahead goal in the 43rd minute after Iraq kind of sloppily played a goal kick. And if you have one of the best strikers in the world that was a mess of a goal, Erling Haaland was going to take full on advantage. He looked very fresh out there today. I think we knew he was ready for the big stage. It didn't seem like a stretch, but he surely played out there. He had an expected goal of 1.85, so he did all he could in that game. Had five shots on goal, again, two goals, and he looked every bit the part of a guy who's going to be a double-digit goal scorer in this World Cup. He is 25, so I don't think he's going to break any records, but there's a reason why a lot of people have picked this team to go far in this World Cup, and let me tell you, I can't see any way that they don't after this performance. And then They get a couple of goals late. They get Ostergaard scoring in the 76th minute. And then they get a goal that could have easily been Holland's again, but it ends up going as an own goal for Ayman Hussein in the 96th minute of this game. Again, technically 90th plus 6th, but Norway's going to be tough. Next Monday, France will play Iraq. That game will be in Philadelphia, a 5 o'clock start. And then Norway will play Senegal in what is going to be a very interesting game and pretty much, if not a must win for Senegal, it's a must draw for Senegal to give them a chance at third place. They'll play at MetLife Stadium. That'll be the prime time game on Monday. So after that, you had one of the best currently going in Mbappe, someone who's going to be in the future looking really good. And then the GOAT comes along and just decides to stomp on all of that. And Lionel Messi not only wins and scores again in a 3-0 win against Algeria, he does it 3 times. He gets his first ever, believe it or not, his first ever World Cup hat trick in a 3-0 victory. Messi looked really good, and this is just you were wondering what you would see. Argentina didn't even control possession in this game. They just had a little under 48% of the possession and only had 10 shots on goal. But those goals are going to be taken, those shots are going to be taken by one of the best goal scorers in the history of soccer. And Messi looked amazing out there, and it was vintage. He scored his first from a brilliant strike range. He had a pinpoint vision on the third one. And the second one was kind of like that Holland goal I was mentioning before, just a response from a poor save. So, again, goats do goat shit. And that is what Lionel Messi did today. He is now tied for the most goals in World Cup history with 16, tied with Miroslav Klose. That's going to get broken very, very soon. And the question is not if anyone's going to break Klose's record, which Klose says himself he expected to be broken. It's going to be who is going to eventually be on top because Messi is technically only 4 behind Mbappe and 4 ahead of Mbappe. And I think in the end, Mbappe will take over Messi, but who knows? Maybe Holland is just going to go on a run and just defeat them all. But this was a day for goal scorers. This was more of a day for the stars of the World Cup, and that's what we got. So, this World Cup 2026 extra time has officially come to a close. We will be back tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. We're going to try to do 2 of these. I'm going to definitely do a review of the game that you're about to see if you're going to watch late, and that's Austria-Jordan, along with Portugal-Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, starting their second World Cup ever, and then we're going to try to do one tomorrow night, which will close out match day 1, by the way, as we get ready for the second set of group games. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, World Cup 2026 Extra Time. Look us up. Talk to you next time.